And today I have a special treat that I've been waiting on. I was waiting on this thing. I expected to have it Monday, but it didn't show up until yesterday, and then I wasn't able to get delivery, so it's Wednesday now, and I'm finally getting a hold of it. To top that off, last night after I unboxed the Motorola Droid, I set up my Exchange server, and I set up with push email, and I set up Twitter, and I left them both running overnight on the device, and I got to work this morning and the battery was dead, so I had no Droid to play with all day today, and I really don't have a lot of time with the Droid. I have to get it on to our next reviewer, so teasing you, this is the HTC HD2 that you've been hearing so much about, and I've been really excited to give it a try. And as you can see by the packaging, this is not a final retail package. This is a demo unit that was sent to me by HTC, and to HTC I appreciate it. So we are going to pull the device out of here and see what all we have in there. Underneath there, what do we got? Some pretty green stuff. We have a, looks like a leather case for the HD2. We have what appears to be, actually, go ahead and pull them out for you. This looks like a headset. Yep, with a 3.5mm jack, which tells you one thing. I wanted some extra earbuds or ear covers and a clip. So we'll put that aside. What else do we have here? We have a USB to micro USB adapter, sync charge cable. We've got the, look at there. We have a English or a US insert for the plug instead of the European one that you usually get with these European models. This is not a US based phone. This is the European model, and I will not be able to use 3G with this. It'll run on T-Mobile or AT&T here, but I will not be able to get 3G speeds, edge only. So there's your connector with the USB plug in there for here, so if you can charge it straight to the wall, or you can charge it through the PC as well as sync it. So anyway, we'll get those things put aside here, and we'll get right to the meat of it. This is the HD2. Oh wow, that is very, very thin. I am liking this so far. I mean, you've seen videos. I've seen probably 20 videos on the thing already of other people's videos, so you just don't know what to expect till you actually touch it. It is all that and more. Very, very thin. Ooh, I don't like that though. The camera is not flush with the back, so that's gonna rock. And it's also kind of jagged. It might catch in your pocket and rip your pocket open. So anyway, it's a Slate 4.3-inch screen. This thing's got the 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, and it's got a whole lot of RAM. It's got, I think, 450 megabytes of RAM, 512 meg ROM. It's got an expansion support which should support micro SD up to 32 gig or maybe 16 gig, I'm not sure. This is a 480 by 800 WVGA 4.3-inch screen. It is huge. As you can see, I don't know if you can really see there without the lights blinking off there, but the screen is, it just goes from edge to edge. There's really not much except for these buttons that's not screen. That is awesome, and it's really thin. The back looks like it's metal. It's got some rubbery feel here, and it feels like it's metal there. So let's take a look at it alongside some other devices here. Let me get a better camera angle so you can get some better light on it. Get zoomed in here a little bit. Alright, before we do that, let me go ahead and just take you around the device. Right here on the front, the only buttons on the front, you've got your talk button here, you've got your home button, your start button, your back button, and your hang up, and it also, there's a power symbol on there if you can see that. I'm not sure if you will be able to through this camera. There we go. The instead of having a power button up here like most HTC devices have, you've got the power button right there, which is kind of in line with a lot of the feature phones where you actually hold down that power button to power it on. So up here at the top, it looks like you can't really see it real good there, but it looks like there's a couple sensors to the left of this big speaker here. If you see, kind of like you got the 3 sensors on the iPhone 3GS, there's a couple sensors there. One of them's probably a proximity sensor, and I'm not sure what the other would be. So like I told you about the big old screen there, the HTC logo. On the side here, all we've got here is a volume rocker there. On the top, there's nothing. Can you believe me? Yeah, there we go. On this side, which is your left or right side, nothing. There's an access cover there for the battery, which this doesn't look like it's going to be kind you slide up like other HTC devices. And on the bottom, we have a 3.5mm jack, micro USB port, and a microphone jack, or a microphone hole for your talking. And that's it. On the back, you've got another speaker here. And if you can look right there at that angle, you can see that's like a brushed metal. Nice little speaker there. The funny, I don't understand that camera thing, why it's sticking out like that. Wow. And looks like 2 LED flash here, a dual LED flash. You see right there at that angle, you see the way that sticks out? I'm not keen on that. I kind of, But other than that, it's a pretty solid feeling device. It's kind of heavy. Feels good in the hand. It's really not that much bigger than the iPhone. So let's take a look. Speaking of the iPhone, here's the iPhone 3GS. And as you can see, I'm trying to line the screens up there. You've got, the device is about the same height, width, and thickness. The screen, obviously, there's a lot more screen real estate on the HD2 because it goes from basically top to bottom, left to right. Putting these together, looking at the thickness, here you can tell that the HD2 is a tad bit taller, but not by much. About the same width, and about the same width. You can't really tell. There's a few millimeters there, and the thickness is about the same. So that's the iPhone 3GS. Let's see, another HTC device is the Touch Diamond 2. Not even a comparison there. The screen is so much larger on the HD2. It's even thinner than the Touch HD or Touch Diamond 2 right here. And that's an amazingly small device. So let's see, the Motorola Droid. It's about the same height. Obviously the Droid's going to be a little bit thicker, which is pretty amazing considering that this has got a slide out keyboard. That amazes me how thin that thing is for having that. Here's the Samsung Moment. No question there on the thickness, a lot shorter. And last but not least, let's take a look at the HTC Touch Pro 2. About the same height, a little bit taller, a lot thinner. And the width is about right there, if you can see that. So, but anyway, this is the HD2. I'm going to probably do more videos about this device than I normally would because it's such a complete device. This is, if you don't know, running the Qualcomm, or I think Qualcomm's, I'm not sure, it's not a Qualcomm, Snapdragon 1 gigahertz processor, which there's only like one other phone out right now with that processor, and it's supposed to be ultra fast. And the software it's running is Windows Mobile 6.5 with HTC Sense on top of it, and it's supposed to be pretty neat. Got some really cool weather animations and so forth. The battery's pretty anemic for the size of the device. It's only got a 1230 milliamp hour battery, which let's see if we can get that open here without much. I don't know, maybe I should take a look at the book before I try to do. Oh, it popped right open for me. There's the battery. There's your, let's look at that while we're here. Got your reset button there. You got your battery here. Your SIM card goes there, and it looks like your micro SD card is going to go right there. SIM card there, battery there. That's about it. That is definitely metal. So how do we get this back on here? Looks like we're going to start from this side, or maybe this side. Yep, snaps right back on. That's pretty nice. So anyway, very, very thin. I am so impressed with the thin nature of this device. I don't know. So anything else to say about it? Really not much. I'm gonna go ahead and get it charged up, and I'll probably do a video of like the setup as I set it up with my email and whatnot, and then after I do that, I'll do a software, and then I'll start customizing a little bit to my own liking. I'll probably put the iPhone 3GS away for a couple weeks at least. So I'm really thrilled to have this. If you can't hear the excitement in my voice, I am very happy to have my hands on this device. It is so hot looking. Probably the hottest Windows Mobile device of the year of 2009, and probably in the top 5 of every smartphone in the US at least. And this is supposed to come to some US carriers. I have no idea about which carriers yet. Let the rumor mills go on that sometime in 2010. So